your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good you say I dabbled in stand-up or something. I have no disrespect for you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Oh, hello. Happy hump day. Welcome to the Chrissie Mayr podcast. Tonight is going to be a fun episode with a friend of mine who you know and you love, and she's been on Simcast. But before I bring her in, yes, I'm building suspense. I have a couple of stand-up gigs to promote. Guys, come see me. Actually, if you are in Westchester, I'll be performing at the Briarcliff Manor on Sunday. That'll be a fun show. With a bunch of people I haven't seen in years. That's going to be, Briarcliff Manor at, I think, 7 o'clock. And then I'm going to run back here and do Simcast. I'll be headlining on Long Island Friday, August 8th and Saturday, August 9th at the Brokerage. I'll be, of course, doing stand-up at the Content Hotel Saturday, September 6th up at the Villa Roma. More on that in a minute. I'll be headlining in Plano, Texas, September 18th. Massillon, Ohio, Saturday, October 18th. San Diego, October 23rd. Phoenix, November 1st. For tickets, go to ChrissieMayr.com. Would love to see you guys. And as always, I'm always adding new dates. If you know of a club by you that's cool, that would have me, tag them, tag me, tweet, call them, harass them. You know the deal. I'm always looking for fun new places to perform. Yes, would love to see you guys at a show. You know where I would also love to see you guys is at Villa Roma for Content Hotel. Yes, this is very big, very exciting. Sure, we've done Content House, but we've never done a Content Hotel. We are taking over the entire Villa Roma Resort. 4 nights of live podcasts, stand-up comedy, meet and greets, parties, you name it. This is just a selection of the people who are going to be there. Dave Landau, Rich Voss, Candace Horbox, Anthony Cumia, myself, Leanne Starr, Dan Holloway, Gerard Michaels, Carl and the Who Are These Podcasts crew, Adam Bush, Gino Bisconti, Zia Anderson, Cecil, Violet Brandani, Lila Hart. It's going to be Wednesday, September 3rd through Sunday, September 7th. You can scan the QR code on this flyer for tickets, or you can go to eventbrite.com for tickets. I'll bring it up. Sure, why not? Go to eventbrite.com. You can search my name in the search bar, and you could look at the location of Callicoon, or really anywhere, and it'll all come up. We have our 48-hour live stream, which will be taking place at Villa Roma Thursday through Saturday. And there's all these ticketed events you can come to. For example, Thursday night, September 4th, it's going to be Dave Landau headlining with Lila Hart hosting. Then on Friday, we're going to have a special live Who Are These Podcasts with special guest Anthony Cumia, and I will be popping onto that as well. That's going to be Friday, September 5th at 7:30. Then Rich Voss doing a late show on Friday, September 5th, 10 o'clock with Gerard Michaels opening for him. Then Saturday is going to be a nice early live chatting with Candace. That's Candace Horbox and special guests on Saturday, September 6th at 2 o'clock. And then the Compound Media stand-up reunion with myself, Anthony Cumia, Gino Bisconti, Keanu Thompson. That's going to be the big show on Saturday night, September 6th at 9:30. Woo, get your tickets now on Eventbrite. and reserve your rooms at villaroma.com. Go to villaroma.com, click on book, click on groups, then put my name. That'll take you to the room block, etc., etc. You know what to do. It's going to be so much fun. There's so many fun activities. I was about to say jet skis, zip lining, bumper boats, outdoor hot tub, outdoor pools, indoor hot tub, indoor pools, golf, go-karts, bumper boats. It's going to be so much fun. And what are you doing the weekend after Labor Day? Nothing. Nothing is right. Okay. My gosh, this woman needs no introduction, but I'm going to pull one out of my butt. She is like a triple threat. She's hot. She's a cosplaying genius. She's reinvented herself a million times. I believe she is starting to do more YouTube. But we're going to talk about we're going to talk about a topic she is kind of an expert on, and that is what is wrong with Trump. Welcome back to the program, Ashton Birdie. Ashton Blake. Oh my God, I'm so used to saying Ashton Birdie.
It's fine. I have like 8 names. Just, I go by the legal one at least this time. My stage name is dead. I can't be a stripper anymore, basically,
Ooh,
even though I kind of am.
Do you feel like a stripper?
I mean, would someone call me a stripper?
I wouldn't categorize you as a stripper. No.
I take my clothes off for a living, depending on how much people give me.
For money? Well, okay, perhaps.
That's what OnlyFans is, right? I'm not gonna pretend what it's not or what it is, or I can't speak English right now.
I thought it was just all your cosplaying on OnlyFans.
Like a sexy version of it, you know.
Is it all? Is it some of it's clothed?
Oh yeah, no, some of it's clothed. Like it's definitely like I won't do holes, so I won't do official corn. Basically,
no
like
holes.
I'll show the girls every once in a while, but like that's nipples, like
okay,
you know.
There you have it, guys.
It's like burlesque, erotica, things like that.
Yeah, it's tasteful.
Yeah.
Ashton, let me tell you about something that has changed my life recently, and I don't know.
Delicious nudes.
This is just yeah. Speaking of delicious nudes, this is unrelated, but let me just tell you this: putting your cell phone on a lanyard has changed my life. Putting it on a cord.
Are we reverting back to 2002?
This is nothing special. This is like perhaps one of the cheapest ones you could get on Amazon. But let me tell you how life-changing this is, Ashton, because being a mom and picking up the toddler like all day long, I will go hours just ignoring my phone. Hours will pass by because I spend 70% of my day making food or cleaning up after food because it gets thrown all over. And I just throw it on a strap. I strap my phone to myself and I never lose it. And I go, all right, I just whip it around all day. It's really life-changing. I'm just really excited about this.
It's like when they made phone belts for dads. And so they could just like take it out like they're ready to like
my God. My dad had a phone belt. It was like a gun in a sling.
Like it was high noon and they were ready to battle.
I shouldn't be excited for this phone strap as I am, but I'm not missing calls. I'm not missing because it's so easy to go into a childcare fugue state that you just don't even like. I can see why people with kids don't like mess with social media. Like they're not on Twitter. It's so easy to go all day and then you'll blink. It'll be 5 o'clock. And I haven't even looked at my phone. I haven't even like checked social media. Anyway,
well, yeah, you have like a whole second full-time job and then some. Like
it really is.
Like,
I didn't realize that it would be a full-blown second full-time job, but
it's 24/7. You're a whole other job.
It 24/7 ends. And I just thought, oh, you have a baby. Like I didn't realize it is a whole nother job. Like so it's the best thing I've ever done. I recommend it to everybody. Wouldn't trade it for the world. But I'm just like, oh, I'm either making food, cleaning up food, reading, cleaning, like, and then you're trying to balance anything you want to get done in your house, like cleaning, like I vacuumed 2 rooms today, and that was a huge accomplishment. because like, you put the baby down, he cries, you put the baby in a thing. Oh, he wants to watch the vacuum, he wants to chase it around. Anytime I'm sweeping up anything in the kitchen, he wants to like crawl on top of the crumbs, and I have to like sweep his hands. I don't know. It's fun though. I'm exhausted. And now I'm talking to Ashton, so this is like the cap. This is like the cherry on top of my day. We were DMing a couple days ago, and you're a perfect person to talk to about this because you are one of the earliest people I know of to get on the Trump train. I think you were a supporter of his back basically 10 years ago.
Yeah, so I got into the Trump stuff before it was like really popular to do it, and I wasn't even I had just turned the age old enough to vote. So I was really young. It was my first time voting. I still didn't vote for him because there were things about him that I didn't necessarily like. I voted for Gary Johnson in 2016, actually, funny enough. But it was after my vote for Gary Johnson, I really started to like Trump after he had won the presidency, because it felt like, I feel like the majority of Americans felt this way. And this is why he did win. And a lot of my liberal friends are always like, man, Ashton, like, how did Trump win? Like, how come you were a fan of him at one point? Like, what made you like him so much? Because there is a curiosity there if you're personally not a fan of his. And I said, well, he was someone that represented a change in America, because a lot of people felt like it was the same old pattern of living under the same boot. And Trump represented taking us away from that boot, putting a lot of the bad people, a lot of the war criminals in jail, people like Epstein, he was going to like look into a lot of hope and a lot of change that we wouldn't experience from past past presidents and past politicians. He was so different, and it felt like we had someone who really was going to lead us into a world that was just going to take us away from the typical regime that America was falling under. And for me, that's very much little government, little control. I'm someone who considers myself more on the libertarian side of things. I'm socially liberal, but I also believe in questioning what, the overlords ask of us to do.
yeah, always.
And that was something Trump represented for a lot of people. And that's why he was so popular, why he has such a big base that loves him so much. And a lot of I didn't have a good relationship with my family. So a lot of the main adults in my life, so like my best friend's mom, for example, Donna, she loves Trump at the time. The family that I used to nanny for, they were big Trump supporters. And so I thought, okay, it makes sense that the really good people in my life who kind of took me in when my family wasn't they're really there for me, they like this guy. So, he can't be all bad. And so when people started saying like, oh, all Trump supporters are Nazis, that really kind of ticked me off, because people that I cared about had voted for him. And so, I think that's kind of what led down this whole rabbit hole of me trying to, support the people who were kind of being falsely accused of Nazis and stuff. I still kind of stand by that, because I've been on that side of the thing. I'm not going to say when I stop supporting him, I'm not like doing a whole 180 of like, oh yeah, all Trump supporters and all conservatives are bad, which is what some people assumed I was going to do. But it's simply not that. I just think Trump wasn't the guy that a lot of people thought he was. And with this whole Epstein thing coming out, I think that is the case. I do think my views have changed a little bit. I am more socially liberal than I used to be when I was younger, but I still stand by.
That's just part of growing up.
I still stand by less government and less government control. And I think I've always really considered myself socially liberal. I'm just more socially liberal than I used to be. I'm still big on guns, though. I'm still big on like Americans should have the right to protect themselves and defend themselves.
Let's not be Australian or Canadian anytime
soon.
I
think I'm just libertarian, really. But I think a lot of people are really hurting when it comes down to what's happening with the Epstein stuff.
It is shocking. And I kind of last couple days just can't believe my eyes. I'll bring up the post that is getting a lot of attention on Truth Social, which thank goodness. I mean, anything we see on Truth Social always makes its way on Twitter, thankfully. So here's the post here. Let's put ourselves into bubbles. Okay. Here it is. The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again, just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia. No, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom. And even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. These scams and hoaxes are all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. They are no good at governing, no good at policy, no good at picking winning candidates. I mean, I agree with all that. Also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have bought into this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will. I mean, I can't believe this is a real post. Even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years, I have had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history. I agree with that. And all these people want to talk about with strong prodding by the fake news and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again.
Well, you know what, buddy? You can't run a third election anyway, so I guess you got what you wanted. But I burned a MAGA hat on a charcoal grill in 2021, and that's what made me feel mad. I stopped really liking the guy around 2019. This is like what people were like, why would you not like him? There were just certain things like this that Trump would do where he really wouldn't take accountability. He would kind of pretend like there's multiple times where he has done this, by the way. He'll be like, I never said that, or I never said I was going to look into this or support this. And this is the one I think that has caught the most attention because Trump ran his 2024 election on I'm going to expose the Epstein files. We all know the Democrats are in it. And now he's trying to claim that it's the Democrats who made this thing up. It's the Democrats who want to push this because they're trying to hurt the Republican and the GOP side and the America First side. No, dude, you were the one pushing it harder than anyone else. Your supporters were pushing it harder than anyone else. We all believed that, by the way, I think everyone's on the list. I think left and right, they're all on the list because this is kind of like what I realized in 2019 and 2018. All of these people are friends. They're all working together. They don't care about you. They don't care if you can feed your kids or what's being taught in schools or if you can keep the lights on. They do not care. They don't, as long as they're getting their money and their power. We're all living under the same boot. Like, they're all friends with each other. Like, why is it only one Republican voted to open the Epstein files and to go
shocking.
into them? Only one. Why is that?
Here is because I'm like, I even had to go back and do some research. I'm like, how much did Trump really talk about the Epstein case on his campaign trail? I know he focused
all the time.
I'm like, I know he focused on immigration and the economy and the trans stuff. But sure enough, like here is just a small clip of him on Lex Fridman's podcast talking about it.
But a lot of big people went to that island.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I was not one of them.
It's
Yes,
just
you were. He's on the flight logs.
The list of clients that went.
He's
to the
such a
island
liar.
has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be.
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. Now, Kennedy's interesting because it's so many years ago. You know, they do that for danger too, because, you know, endangers certain people, et cetera, et cetera. So Kennedy is very different from the Epstein thing. But yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it. But a lot of big people went to.
Wow. Listen, I think here's the thing. Either they did something. I don't know if Trump necessarily did something. You can't prove that. You can't claim that. I'm not claiming that, right? What I am claiming is if you didn't do something, you knew of something. And if you're not showing it now, that means either you're on that list for some reason or someone you care about or is in business with is on that list.
Mm-hmm.
And like, this goes back to so many things he did in 2018 and 2019. Like, a lot of people, and this isn't the first time Trump has done this. Like, a lot of people I'm not a fan of Biden. Let me make that very clear. I'm not a fan of like the elite Democrats. I'm not at all. But everybody wants to blame Biden for the past few years of taxes. Under Biden, it was Trump's tax code that expires this year. There's so many things that Trump did that went against his own voter base. As the wall was one of the biggest mistakes ever, because the majority of illegal immigration comes by via flights. So the wall wasn't going to do anything regardless. It might have stopped a lot of trafficking that was going on, but at that point, a lot of our own agencies are working with traffickers, have helped build a lot of the cartels that are in Mexico. So who's to say that they wouldn't even receive some help? Like, it's just, there's so many things that went against Trump's own base during his first term, which is why I stopped supporting him. But I think this one's the most apparent.
Was huge too.
The vaccine mandates, the warp speed stuff. He was one of the first people who like started pushing the mandates, but for some reason, a lot of his base just forgot about all of this stuff. And I think the Epstein one's the biggest one, because that was the biggest question a lot of people had, because one of the reasons Trump won in 2016, the first time, was that he said, we're going to lock Hillary Clinton up. We're going to lock her up. We're going to lock all the bad people up. Well, the Epstein list was like Trump's golden ticket to really prove to everyone that there was really bad people in the
Hillary
system.
has done so many things for so
She's
many
involved
years
with so many war crimes.
It's more than just, I don't know if she, I mean, I heard, actually, I know Bill, it was on the flight logs, but Epstein aside, I mean, there's so much you could put Hillary and Bill in jail for. So I don't know, maybe he was like, oh, I got to put Hillary in jail for other stuff. This is a clip of Trump. I think this is just from yesterday, taking questions from reporters.
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing. And in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen, and I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
Okay, if that were the case, so if that were the case, right? Everyone's, because this is the number one comment from Trump supporters. Well, if Trump was on the list, if all the Republicans were on the list, then wouldn't the Democrats have published it? Right. So if Trump is sitting here and saying, "Oh, it's something made up by the Obamas, by Biden, all these people," wouldn't they have released it? Wouldn't they have pushed it?
Right. I mean, they did everything they could to keep Trump from running and winning.
Why is Ghislaine Maxwell still in jail? Right. If there's no client list, wasn't that her whole job, is to find clients?
Yeah. We got
Jeffrey Epstein killed himself despite there being no evidence against him.
And no anything at all. A couple of super chats I missed. Thank you, Andrew Thomas, for the 5. Happy Wednesday. So, sexy Ashton and the hot mom, Chrissie. Oh, yes, it's true. The mug says so. It's been a while since you both were on a stream together, minus Simcast. Thank you, Andrew. And I like boobies for $1.99. She is the reason I don't watch anymore. Who, me?
I think it's about me. Look, I'm sorry your president let you down.
You know how ridiculous this sounds? You have to be watching to send me super chat.
It. Thank you for the
$2. So fun.
Oh my gosh.
Today. Okay, thoughts. Could Trump be compromised? Could he, could
I have my theory, but nobody likes it. I feel like a lot of the people who are Trump supporters, who are still clinging on to the idea that Trump is like their guy. They're doing it out of I hate to say it, but they're coping because let's be honest, people are really desperate for hope in a very corrupt system that America has become. And I hate to say it, but I really do think Trump may have been corrupted from the very beginning. I mean, he's friends with all these people. He was friends with the Clintons. He was friends with Epstein. I mean, and the truth is, he's an actor.
Like people you see around because you're all from.
He was friends He was friends with the Clintons. Like this is often talked about. He was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Like he would hang out with them, party with them, invite them over. Like he was friends with all of them. And like a lot of people wanted to believe, oh, well, maybe he's like moving from them.
You could socialize. You could all run in the same social circles without necessarily being good friends with these people.
Right. But like, you know, during that time, he could have easily collected a lot of dirt off these people, which, yeah, he did smear them through the mud during his first run as president. And that's not, and even during his second run as president, that's not false. But what really sets me off is I have to remember this man is a billionaire. He is a pop icon. He's an entertainer. He is someone who knows how to market himself. He knows what to tell people to make them like him. And I think he just knew exactly what to do. He even said, like, if there's an interview from like years and years ago that if he were to run for politics, he would run Republican. And he said this word for word. I didn't realize this until maybe a couple years ago. Republicans are the dumbest voters.
Oh, womp, womp.
So it's I really do feel like it was kind of done on purpose in the sense that you have, and think about it, this country has gotten so divisive, not even just under Trump, but under politics in general since 2015. Think about it. One side of the country thinks he's literally Jesus, painting him in their churches, and the other side thinks like comparing him to Hitler, which are both two insane radical ideas, right? But this country is divided more than ever. Back in the day, if people had opposing views, left versus right, we talked about these things. We had conversations. We came to an understanding. People can't do that anymore, and that's being purposely done. It's purposely divisive. I think Trump was kind of a pawn involved in that.
So here's a snippet from People magazine. 1998, if I were to run, I'd run as a Republican. They're the dumbest group of voters in the country. They believe anything on Fox News. I could lie and they'd eat it all up. I bet my numbers would be terrific. Oh, and then we saw him on Home Alone 2. That sealed it for me.
He can find the hallway, but he can't find the Epstein files, apparently.
I don't know. I want to be hopeful. I want to think that he is doing and saying these things because he wants people to be even more fired up about releasing the files. Almost like
but why? Why would he call his own base idiots? Why would he say, "Oh, it's the"?
He's said, I don't know, worse. I don't know. I feel like it's part of his thing. He's called people names before and then gotten over. What didn't he when he had the dust up with Elon, didn't he call him names? I feel like it's par for the course with him.
Because I feel like these people just, they attack anybody who slightly disagrees with them, and until they're useful or like, oh no, they're my best buddy now. And that seems to be the case in like everything, like business, politics, especially in like the world of like social media and like entertainment. Everyone seems to be enemies until that person is useful. And I wouldn't be surprised if, because I mean, Trump's favorite book is The Art of War, and there are so many chapters in that book that talk about that. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, basically. Like, and it really talks about keeping people that can be useful to you.
True. Okay.
I don't trust any politician or any some person in power. I don't trust any of these entertainers. It's kind of why I decided to, like, you know, listen, there have been times where I've had put my foot in my mouth. For example, there's people in the chat telling me that quote was fake. If it's proven to be fake, I apologize. I read that somewhere. But it doesn't change the fact that Trump just recently called his own voters idiots and his ex-supporters idiots about the Epstein stuff. So I apologize for getting that wrong. And it wouldn't be the first time I've gotten things wrong. I've definitely ended up with my foot in my mouth a few times. You know, rats in Venezuela. But it's just a matter of, I feel like you never really know who those in power act, because these people in power don't care about us, and that's Trump included. And I think a lot of people want to believe that Trump cares about them and Trump loves them and Trump's going to save the day. But I feel like he's had so many chances to do that for you, and he hasn't done that.
I wonder if he's still got so much more to go on this term. It'd be interesting if there's a revision made before he leaves office. Gabriel Knight for $4.99 is the Hall & Oates song "Kiss" on my list about the Epstein list. Your kiss is on my. Is that it? Because your kiss is ominous. I always thought it was kiss on the lips. Oh, well, what do I know? Gabriel Knight for $1.99. That Trump quote is fake, by the way. Okay, another
okay, yeah,
person testifying.
People keep saying that. I apologize to the biz, but I did see that exact same thing. But again, it doesn't. The reason I stopped supporting Trump, a huge reason that kind of like made a light bulb go off in my head, is that a huge reason why I even liked him in the first place was Julian Assange. And he had the ability to pardon him in 2021 by the end of his term. And he didn't do it.
He pardoned him now.
No, he didn't. That was under the Biden administration that Assange got pardoned.
Is that true? He did.
Yes.
He got out. Who cares who did it? He's out.
Because I will say Trump did pardon Ross Ulbricht, but like the libertarians had to bully. They had to bully Trump. Like they had to
did it.
bully
he still
him.
Did it. I bet he doesn't care. I bet Ross doesn't care how it happened.
But the promises that he made before his first term should have happened. Like the pardoning of Julian Assange, pardoning of Ross, like a lot of stuff that he promised was going to happen didn't happen. And I feel like a lot of his base is making excuses for him. He also signed the $8 billion arms deal. Like he kept sending strikes into Syria despite saying he wasn't going to. And they ended up proving that there was no action. Like there were so many things that Trump did that he said he was and wasn't good. Like the opposite of what he was going to do during his campaign run. And so
it does seem like quite a few people are sort of leaving Trump's side. For example, here is from the Daily Mail, we all know Riley Gaines turns on Trump over refusal to release Epstein files. Riley Gaines has sensationally turned on Trump over his refusal to release the Epstein files after accusing the president of hypocrisy. This week, Trump rolled out his toughest attacks yet on members of his own MAGA movement for demanding more information about Epstein, who died by suicide in jail in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. 11 years after his first conviction, he pleaded not guilty. He has repeatedly branded it the Epstein hoax when asked about the disgraced late sex offender, who also calling out Republicans that he claimed were being duped by pursuing the matter further. Yet despite backing him heavily in last year's election, specifically due to his vow to keep trans athletes out of women's sports, Gaines has now taken aim at Trump for U-turning on the matter. The conservative activist wrote on X, "Was it stupid and foolish when he campaigned on releasing the files? Are Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Alina Habba all foolish and stupid for peddling this for the last 6 months? Why on earth is he doing this?" And here's her tweet. She's quote tweeting Colin Rugg saying President Trump says the
Epstein thing is weird because the Epstein thing is what really I think throws most people off, is because Trump's whole campaign from the very beginning was, I'm going to expose these people and put them in prison. And now he has this golden ticket of a list of names and he won't show it. Also, I need to correct myself again. I'm so sorry. Biden did not pardon Julian Assange. Instead, there was a plea deal that would allow him to not be imprisoned in the US, which is not good enough at all. So great. They still all suck. I apologize to the chat once again.
Here is Trump calling his base out.
Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney General told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen?
No, it's not the Attorney General. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier that turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist run.
Yeah, a lot of this he put in his Truth Social post.
He may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city. It's I call it the Epstein hoax.
takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements, we've had a great gentleman yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking about the things we've achieved, we've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with
how did he die?
The best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including in the Middle East.
Did he snap his own neck?
Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
So he's like demonizing all of it, the curiosity, it's an interesting framing.
It's just weird because when the whole Epstein thing happened, it felt like every Republican was talking about how many Democrats were on that island. But the moment's like, hey, were Republicans on that island? Everybody wants to go quiet or defend them or say it never happened or there's no list. And I feel like I feel like if there's Democrats on the list, they should be imprisoned. If there's Republicans on that list, they should be imprisoned. If there's people somewhere in between, they should be imprisoned. Like, there needs to be something done about the people that were clearly on the island. And yes, there is a client list because they were holding up physical copies that said client list on them. You can't tell me because she was trying to say, oh, well, there were actually just files of child porn. Well, what was that giant file you guys were holding up on the steps, right? You don't have physical child porn in front of you. If you have printed physical copies, that means you had already opened whatever digital file was in it, printed it out, and were able to look at it while putting it together in these physical files. If you're just going to sit here and say, oh, there's just child porn in it. No, you mean to tell me you printed out child porn and put it into a file? No, shut up. Shut up. There is definitely a name of lists of people. There's definitely a list of names of people. And clearly, they're names that they don't want the public to know about.
It's probably just too many, and it would cause a global upset because there's just too many connected people.
Maybe there should be a global upset. Maybe we should be angry. I'm already angry. I'm already angry this has happened and nothing's being done about it. We should be putting PDF files in prison. Better yet, we should be putting them into a wood chipper. Sorry, I think something should be done about this. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, the list was never there. Ghislaine Maxwell is just sitting and rotting away in prison for nothing. I refuse to believe that.
And she wants to talk, apparently. This is from the New York Post. Most Americans disapprove of Trump admin's handling of Epstein files. Poll. We watched that. Most voters don't like the way Trump has dealt with an investigative review of the federal case against notorious child enthusiast Jeffrey Epstein. According to a new poll out on Wednesday, a Quinnipiac University national survey found 63% of American voters dislike Trump's admin's approach to the probe of Epstein, a one-time acquaintance of the president in the 90s and early aughts, who also associated with Hollywood celebrities, business titans, and British royalty. Just 17% approved of the admin's actions in the Epstein matter. What actions? While 20% said they were undecided. The systematic review concluded last week that the 66-year-old committed suicide in his Manhattan jail cell on August 10th, 2019, after being charged with trafficking dozens of young girls for sex and never had a client list of powerful associates. Allegedly, somebody probably yoinked it. Allegedly implicated in his sickening crimes. The 2-page memo was unsigned but bore FBI and Department of Justice letterhead, despite Bureau Deputy Director Dan Bongino clashing with Attorney General Pam Bondi and even threatening to quit over the meager findings and public relations fallout. There was no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part. Because they took so much of the evidence, right? They destroyed it and they just stole it.
That's what they do.
We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
Oh, wow. Do you remember what happened when they said they're going to release the JFK files and all, and everything was redacted? It went from like thousands of pages of information to maybe like 9 pages at most. I could be getting that number wrong, but it definitely like went down from thousands of pages to a significant number.
Did you read any of them? I didn't read any of them.
No, there was no point because all the information was redacted. What am I going to get from you redacting all the information? What's the point of saying you're going to release something if everything is going to be taken out of it?
Epstein harmed more than 1,000 victims, according to the DOJ FBI memo, many of whom were allegedly trafficked to his home in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The Financiers Association, with influential figures like Microsoft founder Bill Gates, former President Bill Clinton, and Prince Andrew, has been the subject of a frenzied online speculation since he was found dead in his New York City Metropolitan Correctional Center almost 6 years ago. The odd circumstances of Epstein's demise included guards falling asleep and cameras outside his cell not functioning. And then they put out that weird footage recently, which lots of people have questions about.
This is some like Eyes Wide Shut shit. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
that movie never has felt more like prevalent than right now.
All elite, like disgusting elites doing disgusting sexual things. Both former attorneys and medical examiners have theorized that Epstein may not have committed suicide. A majority of U.S. voters, 53%, disapprove of Bondi's job performance, while 32% approve, the Quinnipiac survey found. FBI Director Kash Patel is seen favorably by 36% of voters, but 47% disapprove of his job performance. Oh, so they... I thought it said that they like him, but they don't like his job performance. Okay. A slightly lower 41% disapprove of Bongino and 34% approve of the job he's doing. Okay, wow. A majority of the U.S. voters disapprove of Pam Bondi's performance, while only 32% approve. The DOJ previously released records of flight logs and a contact list that the financier kept before his second federal arrest in 2019, most of which had already been made public during the 2021 trial of his now convicted Madam Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein evaded more serious charges in the mid-2000s as part of a controversial plea deal for soliciting sex from a minor that was brokered by then Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, later Trump's labor secretary in his first term. Maxwell is currently serving 20 years in prison as Epstein's accomplice. Wow.
Someone on Trump's...
Yeah, I'm going to read that again.
Yeah. A lot of people want to talk about that, do they? Alex Acosta, later Trump's labor secretary in his first term. I wonder how they met.
Soliciting sex from a minor that was brokered by then Miami U.S. Attorney General Alex Acosta. It was Trump's labor secretary in his first term. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
Yep.
Yikes. Trump reportedly banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago in 2007 following an incident with the club member's teenage daughter before he was first charged with sex crimes, but has rebuffed attacks from right-wing critics that his administration mishandled its probe of the deceased sex trafficker. I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody, the president told reporters outside Air Force One on Tuesday. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. I don't understand why it keeps going.
It's not boring. Are you kidding me? You're finding it. Like it's like the Alex Jones conspiracy theory being brought to light. The entire world is run by elite PDF file vampires, essentially. And like this was all the information on it, and you just want to sweep it under the rug?
No, it's insane.
Are you kidding me?
It's not interesting.
It's boring? It's not interesting? That's weird.
Doing the most to downplay it and move
No,
on.
he's going out of his way to downplay it. That's the weird part. First he blamed Pam, and now he's just saying, "Well, all of these people who claim to support me are idiots because they want to know about these PDF files. I don't know why they want to know about this PDF file elites. Maybe it's because the majority of your fan base and voter base actually does want to expose the elite PDF files because that's all the majority of them ever actually talk about." oh, see, the thing is, he was interested in exposing it when he thought it was only Democrats on the list or people he couldn't use his own favor on the list. But the moment he found out either A, he was on it or people he's tied to are on it, then he's just like, oh man, it's just too boring. It's too boring. You don't want to. It's like telling a kid they don't want to watch the scary movie because it's too boring. You don't want to see this little Timmy. It's too boring for you to watch.
It's just a silly choice of words. Anything that's credible. This is an interesting sentence. Anything that's credible, I would say, let them have it, which means to me, they've just stolen and destroyed so much evidence that there is just nothing left to show people. That's what it sounds like.
No, they destroyed it. It was destroyed. It was destroyed. Yeah. And then, and what I think happened was, gosh, there was a great, it showed up on my feed today. There was a woman who used to be a pimp back in the 90s in Vegas.
A pimpette.
And a pimpette. She was a pimpette. And the police arrested her. And they said, we want your client list. And she goes, well, are you going to arrest all of my clients as well? Because they should be arrested. You should know what they've been doing to my girls, abusing them and whatnot. And they go, oh yeah, of course. They got her client list. And they destroyed it because it turns out some of the clients on that list, as she says, were actually tied to like the local governments and local police stations in Las Vegas. So when they got that client list, because every pimp has a client list, according to her, they destroyed it because they weren't trying to protect the girls. Copies. They weren't trying to protect the girls. They were trying to protect all of the very important people in Las Vegas who were basically cheating on their wives and getting hookers.
Yes.
So
interesting, right? Who before the memo was released suggested the client list was on her desk? We all heard her say it was on her desk, and then
the desk isn't real.
Oh,
the desk isn't real. There's no desk.
File. I meant it was the file, not the list. On her desk at the main DOJ could disclose more information. It can't get over how big this guy's head was. Can we talk about that? In February, I did an interview on Fox. It's been getting a lot of attention because I said I was asked a question about the client list. And my response was it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the Epstein file, along with JFK and MLK. Bondi said during a cabinet meeting on July 8th, House Speaker Mike Johnson and other Republicans have urged more transparency on the issue, which could lead to congressional subpoenas for federal records, something Democrats have already pushed in some committee votes. According to and I wonder if they will now, because if Trump is downplaying it, are the Dems going to be like, oh, is that because Trump's on it? Which means we better like focus on it, right? According to the Quinnipiac poll, 40% of GOP voters approve of how Trump handled the disclosure, 36% disapprove, and 24% have no opinion. 83% of Democrats disapprove of the president's handling of the files. Unlike Republicans, the Democrats stick together like glue. Their new scam. Okay, he said that already. Epstein's ex-attorney Alan Dershowitz has recently claimed that there is an FBI affidavit about his leaked client's connections that could be made public and blamed federal courts for blocking the release of those files. Gabriel Knight for 10. When Alex Acosta was being vetted by the Trump admin for labor secretary, he apparently was told by high-ups in the DOJ that Epstein belonged to intelligence and to back down. Interesting.
What? Why would he have to back down? Would he just get fired?
Like back down, like don't pursue him, I guess. Don't look into him.
Oh. And they just listen to him?
Don't look into Epstein.
That's weird.
I guess if it's from a high up person that you trust. Thank you, Gabriel. Very interesting. Push-ups for 5. Ashton, are you coming to Content House? You're awesome, IRL. Also, how does it feel being vindicated by Lauren Southern's memoir? You were right. Did you read it?
I only read the free chapters. I broke down crying because it was really fucking sad. It was really awful.
Oh my god! I texted her the other day. She said she's gonna send me a copy, but I have.
She's sending me a copy as well.
I have no idea what it's about.
Here's the thing. I wasn't obviously there, so a lot of people are like, well, do you believe her? Do you know if it's true or not? I will say she's not just pulling this out of her ass, because people knew about this in 2018 when she claimed this happened. She did go to people
you mean what?
like Andrew Tate hurting her. Like she told people in 2018, and then I found out through
no
a mutual.
idea she was.
Do you remember? Do you remember when we were on your stream and she had said something about trafficking on the right wing, and then she was like, I don't want that out there. Can you take? Yeah. She got really defensive because of that. And the thing is, I was told by a mutual friend, and like, you know, in like I think like November, December 2018 that it happened, and I didn't even know who Andrew Tate really was. And so I just kept my mouth shut about it because that wasn't my story to tell. And then I kind of asked her about it when she brought it up on your stream, and she just basically said she didn't want to talk about it. So I respected that. But that's all I really know. I do believe her only because I know she's not pulling it out of her ass. Like if it was like something that never got brought up. Also Lauren's just not the kind of person to
Why would she? Like what would that do for her? You know what I mean? She's not even like on social media anymore.
No. I my heart is broken for her though, because that just is an awful fucking thing to go through.
Yeah, no, that's horrible. I had no idea. I guess she hadn't mentioned it publicly anywhere. I guess she had.
No, she had it. I think this is my speculation. I think she felt the need to talk about it publicly because several people actually tried talking about it publicly for her. Like I know Kaylin at one point tried posting about it, and she was like, I'm not ready to talk about that. So he had taken his post down or something like that. I think what happened was it kept getting brought up. And so she was like, okay, I'm going to tell the truth of what really happened. And that's why she finally said something 5 years later.
Damn. What's up, Junior? The Quartering hates Lauren Southern. He did a stream trashing her yesterday. Whoa, why?
Wait, I thought he was friends with her because he like posted something a few years back standing up for her.
Oh my gosh. I
don't know. It's one of those things. I know a lot of people want to hate on her, but she's been nothing but nice to me, and
yeah, me too.
I think she just genuinely like just wants to kind of disappear, which is completely understandable. Like I've definitely considered that,
be a normal person. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, like I left the political world because one, I just don't know enough about politics. Like the chat has been like I've been watching the chat. Everyone's like trash. I know. I have a lot to learn, and I'm very well aware of that.
They're not all. That's like two people, and I can ban them. Ashton, I'll ban them. I'll kick them out now.
Don't ban them. They are free to have their own opinions. Chrissy, they are free to have their own opinions. My whole thing is that I'm aware I have a lot to learn. I'm aware that like I'm someone who kind of jumped into something without enough research, and I tend to do that. Which is why another reason I left the world of politics is that there's always something so dark and dirty going on that's just bad for everyone's mental health, which is kind of like why I left it. I would rather just talk about nerd shit all day. Like look at my room behind me, you know, like I love my new job. I love getting to work at comic book conventions. I love that I get to work in that publishing part of things. I love getting to be a nerd for a living. That's what I was meant to do. People in politics, I do not know how they do it because it drove me to wanting to take my own life. Like it was bad. And I don't blame Lauren for leaving. I don't blame it when a lot of people kind of just want to disappear, you know? So
it is a lot. It gets to be a lot. I feel that. Okay, people are giving her shit for sleeping with Andrew Tate. Oh, come on. Like there's if the situation were flipped, if like men don't sleep with the super hot chicks that are crazy or bad for them or slash tires or do baby trapping. Come on. We're human beings, men and women are guilty of the thing. Like I can understand why people like Andrew Tate is vile and gross, but I can understand some women being like, I wonder what that's like though. Just the same way men think that of women who are not right for them. So these things happen.
Just be nice to each other, man.
Oh, but that's not gonna happen, Ashton.
I know it's a dumb thing to fucking say. I mean, I'm a little asshole sometimes. I just went off on the fucking girl. I should probably delete my post about it though. Like I was really mean. I guess she got outed as an ex-escort, And yeah, so the girl that I interviewed on the InfoWars video that was really famous, it's still kind of famous, where I'm saying you're eating rats in Venezuela, which is why I have so much random rat stuff as like a joke. I love that video, by the way. Everyone thinks it's a roast on me. I think it's hilarious because it kind of like symbolizes my youth and how naive and
is it on Twitter?
Oh, it's fucking everywhere. Just look up Sailor Socialism. It's hilarious. I'm like 21 years old in that video. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. But the girl I interviewed, I guess that she was super Bernie Sanders left wing, and then she did like a 180 and is now right wing and tradcath. And she, I guess, had brought up that I do OnlyFans as a way to like smear me and stuff like that and make fun of me and stuff in like recent podcasts and stuff. But it got outed as of recently that I guess she used to be an escort, like on Seeking Arrangement or something, like way before she even did that InfoWars video.
I have never heard of Sailor Socialism.
Yeah, she I'm gonna delete my post. I feel bad about posting it now. I feel like an asshole.
Don't delete it just because I don't know.
No, I mean, no, it's getting no attention right now. Like it just basically, I mean, she's way more famous than me. Like she makes like, I think like 500, 600K off her podcast alone. But like her podcast basically exists because of that InfoWars video, because like all of these news articles, like we're interviewing her, calling her like this leftist queen and dogging on me, which is funny because now she's like right wing and Catholic. But she did like this whole thing where she's like, I'm a pure Catholic girl. But then she recently got outed as like being on Seeking Arrangement. And like, I'm like, girl, you can't be coming after me for posing nude on OnlyFans, but you were literally an escort. Like, come on.
Yeah. Nobody should really judge anybody, because we've all sinned in some way. Spectral Citizen, the really important question is, why do you like liver and onions? I don't think I have had that since I was young. Is this something you're eating, Ashton?
Yeah, I talk about it on my streams a lot. I'm back on YouTube, actually. I actually posted like my most recent video. Yeah, I posted my most recent video on my Twitter, actually. I'm going to try to I have a Carrie review coming out. My fans voted for me to do Carrie first, my first horror movie review. But yeah, one of my favorite foods is liver and onions, and a lot of people think that's gross, apparently.
It is gross, but liver is extremely good for you.
It is, and honestly, like, my husband hates it. He hates the smell of it. He hates the texture. But, like, it's so cheap in the supermarket, and it's so good for you, and I like it. I feel like it tastes like a really nice, like, fatty steak. But that's just me.
Okay, I'm looking at your channel. If you're not subscribed to Ashton, I really don't know what you're waiting for. Just like I don't know if you're not subscribed to me, I don't know what you're waiting for. And you have to like and subscribe and comment, because the YouTube algorithm is changed in such a way that nobody gets credit for views unless you like, comment, subscribe, that kind of thing. Ooh, 4 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, you gotta have your notifications on too.
Yeah,
I gotta keep making more videos though. I'm really bad about it. But like life kind of hit me hard, so I finally got the piece of cancerous tissue in me, and there's no regrowth back so far, so I'm doing good with that. But yeah, like life. Well, yeah, it was
cancer, people. Come on.
Well, it's basal cell carcinoma. Like it's the slowest growing skin cancer. I was dumb and like didn't wear sunscreen like ever. And so basically because of that, I guess it was really small. It was like the tiniest little thing. I've got like the tiniest scar on my back from removing it.
Back. Okay.
Yeah. But it's like the slowest growing skin cancer, I guess. And I guess 1 in like 4 Americans get skin cancer in their lifetime. Whoa. So wear your sunscreen. Or it's 1 in 5.
Or like just like cover up and don't go out in peak hours, and like, wear hats and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Just like wear a trash bag over your body the whole time.
Yes. Wear your beach burqa.
Someone's posted about Labubu's being ugly in the chat, and I stand by this.
What's Labubu?
Oh my gosh, you haven't heard of Labubus?
No.
You look like, okay, have you seen Donnie Darko? To me, they look like the rabbit in Donnie Darko. They're ugly, but kind of like them.
What am I even Googling?
It's Labubu.
Oh, it's like a stuffed animal?
They're like these little like mystery box things.
You know what they look like? You know the book Where the Wild Things Are?
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah, it looks like that.
See, I don't own any, and I'm one of those people who's such a hothead hipster that I refuse to buy something if it's like trending. But I actually do like them because they're ugly. Like I love ugly things. Like I was at like Nightmare Weekend at a convention I was guesting at, and I bought this like lighter simply because it's made out of a troll doll head.
Yes, I remember trolls. That sounds cute.
I like ugly things. I like weird and like so I love Labubu's, but I don't want one because I know if I get one, everyone's like, "Are you getting that because it's trendy?" And I'm
just get one. Just get
I'm such
one.
I'm such a hipster. I'm such like a wannabe. Like I'm not like other girls. And the thing is, I don't try to be, but I know I'm such like a. I'm so full of myself. You know,
get it. If you like a thing, get it. Don't care if other people like
Honestly,
it.
what I want is if they made a Labubu that looks like Frank from Donnie Darko, then I'll get it.
That's very specific.
It is, but Frank from Donnie Darko looks like a Labubu, and I think it's really funny. That's kind of why I like them.
I'm looking this up now.
Frank
that's disgusting. Ew.
I love him.
No, this is nightmare fuel. This is disgusting.
I love him. Frank. Have you seen Donnie Darko?
No, I do love the name Frank, but I don't approve of this creature here. Ew, this is disgusting, Ashton. Why? This is
I mean, do you not see like hold on, I got some ugly things to show you.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
The world is scary enough. Why do you have to like voluntarily bring these things into your space?
If you want to see my most favorite ugly thing,
okay.
This is Belial.
Oh God, what is that? That looks like the Mucinex mascot.
No, so this is Belial. He's from Basket Case.
All right,
and he is so he is a twin brother.
Ugh.
And he was cut off from his twin brother, and his goal is
he wants a hug.
He does, and to eat your face. I love him.
What's his deal?
So he is again. He's like severed from his twin brother, and him and his brother's goal is to go. I think they go to the big city, and they're basically their goal is to kill every doctor that was responsible for removing him from his brother. And they want to be conjoined twins again.
Oh, so they're like Abby and Brittany.
Sure, I don't know what that is.
They're the two girls. The girls with two heads. Abby and Brittany.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. So he
Hensel,
was like
Abby,
conjoined.
Yeah.
So he was conjoined at his brother's side, like this. And then, like, the doctors cut him off, and, like, I guess the dad didn't want him, so, like, his own father was gonna, like, leave him for dead, but then his brother saved him.
Wow.
And they have, like, this lifelong plot. So they killed their dad, and then they killed all the doctors that removed him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
He's got a little dent in his head. That's no bueno, but
yeah,
I love
you know what
him.
I feel like you would like is like the Coney Island Freak Show, or like any of those like Believe It or Not museums.
There's a whole second movie about that actually, and it's really bad. I mean, the first one's bad too, but the first one's like bad in like B horror movie way. So
yeah, I feel like a Labubu would go perfectly with all of your weird collectibles.
And then I have him.
Oh God, no! Why? What is that?
He's from Critters.
That's disgusting. That's the worst one. Wait, it's from Crackers?
Critters.
Critters.
I think the ugliest things I own, to be honest. Oh wait, hold up.
This is my memorabilia.
This is like my favorite. Oh, he lost.
Now hold on.
But
now
I have
wait
the
a minute.
Slasher
Now.
Gremlin.
Oh God, that's horrible.
He's from Gremlins. He's Flasher Gremlin.
That's disgusting. That's gigantic. That's way too big. That's too much.
This is like one of my favorite pieces in my collection.
The sunglasses do help.
Cause he's a flasher. He's flashing you.
Why? He has no junk, but he's not even flashing anything.
shoot. Sorry, my dude. I'll reset you.
Okay. I mean, it is cute. It's
Those are like,
what does your husband think of all these weird dolls?
Oh, he is like not into like spooky stuff at all.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's so
You've never seen Gremlins? He's from Gremlins.
I have seen Gremlins, yeah, but I haven't seen
Critters. It's the part where
Stripe
starts multiplying. Yeah, he got wet. He starts multiplying, and so it's all Gremlins basically. Or no, that was before. So it's after all of the Gremlins are in like their little like pods, like from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and they crawl out basically. And it's when the girlfriend goes into the bar and she sees all the Gremlins in the bar, and one of them is the Flasher Gremlin.
Oh wow!
I really want Greta Gremlin, which is the lady Gremlin from Gremlins 2, but like they're expensive, so I have to save.
Is she like it's like Greta Thunberg, but in Gremlin form? She just has like
she's
long
like
braid.
She's like pretty. Like she has this gorgeous like green vintage waves. I want to cosplay her so bad. I love her. She's so funny.
That seems like something nobody else would cosplay as.
I know a lot of people cosplayed her. Funny enough, I thought no one else did. I just was like, I'm gonna cosplay Greta Gremlin, and so I was looking her up.
Greta Gremlin.
She's my favorite in the whole franchise. I think she's so cute.
Greta Gremlin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is funny. Ashton's gone. I was just pulling up her gremlin. Look at this. This is not. Look, Ashton, you're too cute to be cosplaying as this.
I'm making the wig. It's gonna be all like vintage green waves.
Okay, I could see this. I could see you doing this kind of a look.
I have this really cute like leopard bikini, but I'm also gonna do body paint, and I have like everything to do it. But look at her hair. Her hair is like, in my opinion, a gorgeous masterpiece. I love it. I love the vintage waves. I think it's so cute. I think it's so cute. But yeah, I love all things spooky. Like
I don't know if it's meant to be vintage. I think she has disgusting like gremlin hair, and that's the best she could do.
No, like her hair, I think, is based on
Oh, look at this one. See, this is disgusting. It does not look good.
See, I would do it different though. I would do it different. Like I would do a lot more of like a pinup style.
The ears are too big on her. Or you do it like this?
Yeah, something like that. Like it would be me, obviously. Honestly, like Greta's kind of my excuse to explore with body paint because I really want to get better with like special effects makeup.
Okay.
And I've never really done full body paint. Like the closest I've done to full body paint is I have. That was when I did Miss Argentina, but I only had to do from like here to like my arms. I want to do a full body paint, you know?
How long does that take to come off?
Depends. So I would say that certain types of body paint come off pretty well. It's honestly the fake blood that's the hardest. Like when I did
stain your skin.
When I did Carrie, I had to put like 3 layers of. So I made the mistake of when I did a convention, I was Carrie the very first day, and I had like drips of like red stripes coming down because Carrie's covered in blood. And I wanted to do her justice, so I wasn't gonna like half-ass it. She's my favorite, one of my favorite characters in horror. But I realized it wasn't because I used latex blood, because if you just use the regular liquid blood, it dries and gets flaky. I want to use the latex blood because it's more realistic, but it hurts like hell when your skin moves. It like tugs on your skin. It hurts so bad. But I got it off, and like it wouldn't come off. So I'm putting whitening toothpaste, everything you can think of on my face to get rid of it. And like I'm just like, well, shit. So I had to basically put on like 3 layers of foundation. I like the rest of the week I wasn't doing body paint or anything. It was just like myself, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So
I like that you suffer for your craft.
It really depends on like the character. Like there's certain characters where I'm like, if I get like requests and stuff, I'm like, okay, well, if you can like help me out with this stuff and whatnot, I'll do it. But like, for example, Bowser was like my big project in 2023 that actually really helped me push my cosplay career.
Oh, I remember that. That was good.
The bra took me 6 months because no one else had done a bra like that. So there was no tutorials. There was no like copying anyone else. It was really just me sitting there trying to mold around this like old bra I wasn't using anymore and trying to get to work, and it kept cracking and peeling and falling apart. And I mean, I was crying over getting that thing done. And like Andrew, my who was my boyfriend at the time, he was like, "You just need to like drop this. Like it's obviously not working." I'm like, "No, I will have Koopa Shell titties," and I ended up working out. So, but because of it, I get to now tour the country and do cosplay for a living, basically. So that makes me really happy.
Oh yes, tell people about that. How did they find you? What's their name? Like how are you a professional cosplayer?
I get to do a lot of different conventions. The main one I do work with is GalaxyCon and Nightmare Weekend. I actually got to do work with them through a mutual friend who also does cosplay with them. And I think because I was helping her with her booth, they noticed me in my Bowser outfit and they go, "Hey, like, do you want to help us judge? Like, somebody got sick." And I was like, "Sure." So that's kind of like why I have the job that I do now. And they started booking me for more Nightmare Weekends than other conventions because they go, "You're like really into horror, like at an unhealthy level. Like, do you want to be like a primary guest for our horror conventions?" Wow. I was like, "Heck yes, I get to go to horror conventions for free. This is great." And so I get to go to those conventions. I get to host panels. I have one panel where I basically I try to do like interactive stuff. So I asked the I guess audience, I'm like, "Hey guys, so we're gonna rate all of our favorite slashers. Just based on like likability. Sometimes I'll do it, hey, can you survive like this saw trap, things like that." And then I'll do different panels based on that. I try to keep my panels less about cosplay and more so to do with like actual horror lore. But every once in a while, I'll like teach people like, "Hey, this is how you make a bear trap," like from Saw, and you know.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's all cardboard.
Okay, thank God.
It's all cardboard.
Ew.
Like it's amazing what you can make out of just cardboard. It is insane. Like my pyramid head is entirely cardboard.
What's a pyramid head?
Oh my God, from Silent Hill.
Okay, I don't know what these are.
Look up pyramid head.
Okay, Frank S. Thank you for the 20. Good evening, ladies. Ashton, you need to leave your treat stream on 24/7.
There's no way for me to do that, Frank, but Frank is always trying to feed me, and I really appreciate them for doing that.
What's the best thing you've had on a treat stream?
Sushi.
Ooh.
Yeah, the fact that someone can send me sushi while I stream is really funny to me.
That's awesome. Gabriel Knight for $1.99. Y'all should do a live stream watch of Evil Dead 2.
Oh, hold on.
Is it gross?
No,
is it
behind
scary?
I actually have a vast physical media collection. I'm really into collecting physical media. I actually have one of the old CRTVs with the DVD player in it, but I have Evil Dead 2 down here somewhere.
Okay,
so, like,
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm.
I don't like to be scared though. Is it very scary?
No, I mean it depends on what scares you. So like
murder.
For me, like it's hard to actually scare me unless there's a lot of jump. Well, of course there's murder in Evil Dead 2, but the thing is, like jump scares scare the absolute hell out of me. So like I can handle anything slasher. I can't handle like Insidious.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. Evil 2 is
back it up. Tell me the name of the company that you're working with to go to these conventions.
Oh yeah, so I work with a company called GalaxyCon, and my next convention is actually going to be Animate in Orlando, and that's through GalaxyCon. So yeah, I'm excited. And then after that, I go to Cleveland.
Oh wow, how many cons are you going with them?
This year it actually ended up getting cut in half because I've not been doing well health-wise.
Oh,
who is calling me at 10:30? My goodness,
this hour.
I know. No, so I basically get to do a bunch of different conventions with them whenever they want to have me. So yeah, it's a fun time.
Oh, which one of these are you going to?
I'm doing Animate Orlando, and then I'm doing Nightmare Weekend Cleveland, and then Nightmare Weekend Richmond, and Nightmare Weekend Savannah. And then if they call me up and say, "Hey, we like also need you to fill in for this," I'm basically on a plane the next day.
Okay. And do they pay for your travel and like to get into the convention?
For me personally, they do. So they give me a booth to like do prints and stuff. No different than when you did for anime, Surrey, actually. So like they cover your hotel, they give you a booth, and they cover your flight. Basically, that's it.
Okay, that's good.
But then for like my everyday work, I basically just get to like work with like publishing. So that's like in office work. So
cool.
Yeah.
A good balance. Oh, Frank says, I suggested a long time ago Ashton should do a cosplay as Jennifer Connelly in Career Opportunities, and she should do a shoot roller skating around a Target. Ooh. Is that?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to do this forever ago, but I can't find a Target anywhere because if I'm gonna do a Target, it has to be a Target.
You can't find a Target?
I can, but here's the thing: I want to do it at a Target that still has all the retro neon lights on the walls.
Oh, okay.
Because all of them took those neon lights down, and it's very much like, I don't know, millennial minimalist everything now. And like, I really want to. I know there's one somewhere in Florida. I've been on the hunt for it that has kept all of the original tile, all of the original neon signs, all of the original like everything, and I want to do it there, but I can't find it anywhere.
Chat, let's help. Let's help Ashton find this.
Find this retro Target. Yeah, my husband is not into any of this, by the way. Like he's very much like country bumpkin, boy next door, like very sweet. Like any person would want their daughter married to him. Aww. He's like the nicest. I mean, you've met him. He's like the nicest man in the world. He's very much like just. So yes, yeah.
It seems like it would be easy to do.
Oh, it's very easy. I have everything for it. It's just a matter of location. Like no Target has those horses anymore, or like those machines. And I want to do that.
That would be cool. Yeah, I just don't think. It would be really tough to find.
It's so hard, but I know for a fact there's one in Florida.
Or you know what? Why don't you just find the horse and then you can like superimpose the Target behind you?
Just carry it into the Target with me. I'd be like, don't mind me. I'm just going to ride this horse in the Target.
Yeah. Like they just find the horse and then worry about the background later.
True. Oh, someone suggested I do the Girl from Weird Science. That is another one I really want to do. I love 80s. I love the 80s and the 90s.
They were a great time. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember, God, if I had more time, I would definitely have gotten into more cosplay because there were a few times. Well, one was a Halloween, but then there were like 3 mermaid parades I went to where I made like my own mermaid costume twice. And then I made like a koi fish costume with like flappy wings, like flappy fins. And I really, really enjoyed it. And it's something I think I'd be really good at if I had time.
It's really time consuming. Like once I have kids, I can't do this anymore. Like there's no possible. I mean, I might do it every once in a while and like, I would like honestly one of my dreams is like to have kids that are really into Halloween like I am. And like I can just make their Halloween costumes. Like they don't need to be into horror and spooky stuff like I am, but just like it makes me really sad that like trick or treat is not really a thing anymore. And that because like the whole reason for me like wanting to live like in a neighborhood well, the whole reason for me when I live in a neighborhood is to celebrate Halloween and like decorate and hand out candy and like if I were to yeah, and if I were to have kids, like I want to like get them excited for costumes and like all these things that made me happy as a kid, and it just feels like a dying art, you know?
The baby loves Halloween books. Like every day, whether it's me or Frank, he's like constantly handing us like Halloween books to read to him. So I think he's gonna be obsessed with Halloween. And last Halloween, Frank had this costume where it's like you're a plant and you just wear it. Like you look like a plant or a bush or whatever. And for, I think it was a couple hours, he just sat outside and scared kids. And it was so funny to watch. He enjoyed it. I love a grown man scaring kids.
That's how Joe Biden became president.
Oh, not like that. Just in a wholesome way. Oh my goodness. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Wow. Okay. So to circle back to Trump, I don't know. I hope there is a meaning for all this. I hope it's like some kind of a chess move where this is all part of a larger plan. I don't know. I don't want to sound naive.
I feel like I said the same things when he was sending missile strikes into Syria in 2018. And like, it's just one of those things where here's the thing. I want everything to go okay. I want everyone to be okay. I want everyone to be able to afford there's no one in this world, I hope, who is hoping for the downfall of American citizens. I want people to be able to afford their groceries and to pay their electric bill and to love their families and love their neighbors and take care of one another. Like, that is the most important thing. And I understand that we all have different ideas of what's going on in the world, different perspectives. And I feel like the main thing we need to focus on is that we're all human just trying to survive. And that's the best that we can really rely on and just hope for a good future. I know sometimes we get really emotional and chaotic when it comes to trying to prove a point, but there's a lot going on in the world that's really scary and stressful. And like, the most we can do is just be nice to each other and hope for the best.
And if you can't be nice to each other, well, at least be funny.
At least be funny.
Oh, right. Ashton, I want to get your feelings on Disney adults. Would you classify yourself as a Disney adult?
Okay, so I've called myself a Disney adult, and my friend stopped me. She goes, "No, you're not a Disney adult. You're an adult who happens to like Disney." And she never explained the difference. And I guess I am a Disney adult because I do like to go to the parks frequently. I do Dapper Day.
What's Dapper Day?
It's my favorite thing at Disney. So it's one weekend, twice a year, where people get to make like 1950s or 60s or like retro inspired outfits by like different characters, rides, whatever's Disney. So one year I went as Rapunzel and my husband went as Flynn Rider. We did Briar Rose and Prince Philip. I did 1 year where I was like Gertie, which is like, I have to be a Disney adult if I know this, but Gertie is the name of like the Stegosaurus in Hollywood Studios. That's like above the ice cream kiosk. I know it's really random, but this year I really want to go for Animal Kingdom. I really want to do the dinosaur ride because it's the last year dinosaur is going to be open.
Oh no, so, what's happening to it? They're just going to tear it down.
They're replacing it with Encanto, which doesn't make it.
I love Encanto. What are they going to have, like a talking house?
I think well, they're replacing the dinosaur ride with Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Which is in California as well. But I think it's going to be a little different. And I think they're also going to add Encanto next to it. I'm not really sure what they're doing. I think they are doing the house. So we'll see.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. What else is there? The house.
It just doesn't make sense for Animal Kingdom, in my opinion, because the only thing about animals in that whole movie is that one kid with the one power.
Right.
So I'm not really sure.
Something in the walls. There's somebody who lived in the walls
with his rats.
Yeah. I did like that movie. How often are you going to the park?
Like maybe once every 2 weeks, I would say.
Oh, wow.
I know. Okay. Well, here's the thing. So you have to understand, I don't drink and I don't go to clubs.
Okay.
And like, you know, and it's one of those things where if I get all of my work done in one day, and like I have a friend who also like works from home, and we're like, hey, do you like want to go walk? Like we go to the park for like max 3-4 hours. Like it's not like an all day thing like tourists do. So like we'll go every 2 weeks if it's like us going to get like lunch together or like dinner together after work, and we'll happen to get we'll get dinner and then maybe ride a couple rides and then go home. Like it's not like an all day thing.
So can you get a discounted pass if you're just going to go on like a couple rides?
Well, because I am local, I have a discounted pass, like as a Floridian. So like
How much of a discount is that versus being out of state?
I think my pass is like $1,000 a year.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
A lot of people like they wince when I say it, but I'm like, with how much I go, that pass pays for itself considering how expensive tickets are. And then I have a Universal pass, and I go to Universal a lot as well. And then I go to I get the again like every like it's like maybe once every 2 weeks. Like I go between Universal and Disney. but I would say I'm probably lately more of a Universal fan just because of everything Disney's been doing. Like Disney's just taking away things that I care about. Like they took away Tom Sawyer's Island, which I know nobody goes on, but like so here's my thing, the reason I have an issue with it. If you have a child, I obviously don't have a child yet. I can understand like the need for Tom Sawyer Island that parents really or that Disney really should have used was that if you are the parent of a child who's being overstimulated, the best thing you could have done was go to Tom Sawyer Island where nobody is like there, like everyone's too busy waiting in line for rides. Like if you wanted to like take your kids somewhere that's quiet to kind of like just play around in the dirt, go through caves, like be out in nature basically to like relax. Tom Sawyer Island was so good for that. And like
I palate cleanser.
Yes, I get really overstimulated. Like I am on the spectrum. Like I get very worked up very easily in heat. Also, heat triggers my seizures. So like if I'm able to like,
but you're going every other week in the heat.
Well, hold on. That was before I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and I'm on Depakote now to deal with that. But yeah, no. So like if I would get overheated or I would get overworked, I would be like, oh, okay, let me just go to Tom Sawyer Island and we'll just kind of hang out, listen to the birds, walk around with a little drinky drink, maybe get a snack and hang out. And like there would just not be a lot of people there because people are too busy in line for a character or a roller coaster or something. And honestly, it was just it was a really cool place. Like it was a really cool place for pictures and like
oh, it looks cute.
Yeah, it was so cute.
It looks like a bog.
I love it. I love it so much.
You know what it reminds me of? Gosh, is it Alligator World or Crocodile World?
Gatorland.
Gatorland. That's the best. That's the best.
I love Gatorland. Anna and I went there together. It was so fun.
If you're ever in Orlando, people, go to Gatorland. Like go to Gatorland above one of these parks.
Gatorland is one of my favorite places, actually. Gators are actually my favorite animal. I love it so much.
Because they have an aviary there too. It's the best one I've ever been to. They let the birdies like they fly right onto you and they like land on your little shoulders. It's so cute. It's the best. 10 out of 10. Because I went to one in the Bronx Zoo has one and it sucks. You got to like hold your seed covered popsicle stick like over this fence and like the birds are all tired and they don't really come up to you. They need like a lot of coaxing. And you're like, ugh, what's time for this? Gabriel Knight for 10. Getting drunk at the Epcot International thing was always a blast. One time my friends got so drunk they tried to climb the Aztec temple in Mexico. They put a do not climb
that was you. I remember I always walk by that Aztec temple every time. I'm like, who is dumb enough to try to climb this thing to the point they have to put a do not, and it was because of Gabriel right here. It's his fault.
It's because of you. This is why we can't have nice things, Gabriel. I don't know. I feel like I want to give you a pass on the Disney adult thing just because you're not obese. I think it's the obese Disney adults that really, really bother me because I feel like they are avoiding something in their lives. Whereas for you, it's kind of like a wholesome hobby, right? Like you said, you're not at the club.
I don't drink. I don't club. Like there's not really anything else to do. And I'm not going to lie. Like I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm not like those other people. I'm genuinely a fan. I'm genuinely a fan of Disney movies. I am such a kid at heart. I mean, look at my freaking Office Space. I love, like, I cry when I meet, like, not actually cry, but like, I get really excited meeting characters, knowing damn well it's someone in a costume. Like, I'm just one of, I get nervous around the princesses. Like, when my boss is in town. When my boss is in town, he takes us to Cinderella's Royal Table, which is like the restaurant in the castle where the princesses come to your table. And like when he's like, go take a picture with them, Ashton, I'm just like, hi. Because like these are like the most beautiful women in the world where everyone across the country is like fighting for like a minimum wage job. Oh yeah. So like when I was working as a party princess way back in the day, I was making like $100 an hour as a party princess, but Disney World princesses make like $28 an hour. And these girls are like at each other's throats to try to get these jobs at Disney. It is absolutely insane. But like they're so beautiful because Disney just has their pick of the litter of who they can cast. And like, I'll just look at them and be like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. You should be modeling. Why are you here?
Oh,
it's insane.
Let's see. Disney princesses.
They're so pretty. And like the requirements are insane. It is crazy. I remember when I first moved to Orlando, I was like, I'm gonna get a job as a Disney princess. And
you could.
I went in there and they nitpicked me. They go, well, you're not tall enough to be Cinderella and you're not tall enough to be Belle, but you're just the right height to be Alice. And maybe you could be Rapunzel. Like, it was just like picking. It was like, oh my God. It was
a lot
like
of them look the same height to me.
It was Project Runway. It was crazy. Well, I am just the right height to be Ariel and Rapunzel. And I think Cinderella needs to be 5'6". And then
okay.
Belle
how
needs
tall
to be
are all
5'6".
of them?
It really depends on which it is. I don't know, because I went in. I'm trying to think of all the people that I know that work at Disney as princesses. Cinderella's supposed to be 5'6", around there. And then, but they're always, I think they go out of height sometimes, but because there's been times where I've like walked up to a Cinderella shorter than me. So I really don't know at this point.
Oh, okay.
But I do know that Ariel and Rapunzel, like 5'4", is like the perfect height for them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of them 5'3"?
I would say Alice is like 5'2",
okay.
5'3", around there.
I'll go for Alice then.
Because I think they made a comment about me being the height for Alice as well, but like I was a little too tall.
And you didn't want to pursue it?
Well, no, until I found out it was like minimum wage, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be sitting here. And then what happened was I did princess partying for a little bit. When I befriended some people who were in princess partying, and there's so many companies out here because a lot of people, when they bring their kids to the parks for like birthdays or something, they'll often, like, if they're staying in an off resort hotel, they'll often call like a princess party company and be like, hey, like, can we hire an Ariel or hire a, I guess, under the sea princess to come to our hotel room and like, or come to our Airbnb to say hello. And like, whenever we get those calls, we often have to like get like a security guard or someone, because there's been horror stories of like grown men asking for Ariel or Belle or Elsa to come to their hotel room for their daughter's birthday because they're from out of town visiting. And like, I've never experienced it
really
ever.
Just want a hand job.
Yeah, it's bad. I've never experienced it, but it's why we need security guards now. I did have one experience when I was Ariel, and a mom offered me a like a beer, basically, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, Ariel doesn't drink drinks with bubbles." Like,
That's
like
funny.
it was an interesting. Oh, someone in the chat basically like just said all of them need to be 5'3" to 5'7". I don't know.
Oh, Carrie knows the deal. Elsa, Anna, Rapunzel, Cinderella, Aurora, Belle, Ariel, Snow White, and Jasmine are all between 5'3" and 5'7".
That's interesting, because I don't know. They gave me very specifics. I didn't make the cut anyway, so.
I feel like that's most people's height. Most people are between 5'3" and 5'7".
Mm-hmm. One of my best friends, she is like 5 foot even, 5'1", and she would make a perfect Tinkerbell. But they never hire for Tinkerbells because they don't need them as much.
Why?
Because it really depends. So like how often, so you would see Tinkerbell a lot more in Disneyland because Tinkerbell has her own meet and greet. Whereas like for Tinkerbell in Disney World, she's on the parade. She's on the parade float, and then they have one specific girl for fireworks who you need like very specific training to do that. Like you have to be, I think, like less than like 100 pounds to be the Tinkerbell for fireworks or something.
You mean you're in the fireworks?
Yeah, you're the girl that goes over the castle and goes ding while the fireworks are going off.
What?
Nobody wants that job. But yeah, no. So, but whereas if you have like Rapunzel or Aurora or like Ariel who have their designated autograph space, you're going to see a lot more of them. So you need more girls to switch in and out of them, because I think like, because imagine sitting in those hot costumes. You can't sit there all day. You have to switch out with someone.
You'll pass out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's why when you
so much.
It's why when you get in line for Winnie the Pooh and they go, sorry guys, we're cutting it off here, but he'll be back in 5 minutes. And you go, wait, but why can't we just meet him now? He'll be back in 5 minutes.
Meaning he's passed out.
meaning someone else has to get in the Pooh Bear costume.
Oh, or someone has diarrhea. Or Pooh has poo.
Or some kid threw up on him, like something. Like,
yeah, I would not categorize you as a Disney adult because you're not like crazy mentally ill and obese and like a
girl. I am mentally ill. I'm not obese, but I'm mentally ill.
You're like your mental illness is whimsical and fun. It's not
the
like
BPD fairy got me bad. Like
BPD.
The BPD fairy got me bad.
Oh, bipolar.
Like this is my childhood healing. My husband's like, you get this one room to fill with all your weird
That's
stuff.
Nice.
And yeah, my husband's actually really supportive. I think that my husband actually fixed me.
Oh,
he
love
did.
That. Oh my God.
husband fixed me.
I love that so much.
I don't wake up wanting to die anymore. I love that man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a great story. See, guys, don't lose hope. We can all find love.
He's not into like going to the parks a lot either. So I mean, he'll go with me. I mean, he likes cosplay. He likes, at one point he worked as actually it's kind of how we met, is that he worked as a party prince. So like
party prince and party princess.
Yeah. At one point, he auditioned for Disney, and he didn't get the cut either. They wanted him to be goofy, and he was like, "No, thank you."
Wow, what a burn! You're like, did you just tell me I'm ugly? Thanks.
But he's like, he made a ton of money. He made a ton of money as a party prince, looking like Prince Philip. So it was wow. Okay,
not Prince Philip from Great Britain. That's somebody else. No, that's Prince Andrew. Never mind. I'm getting them all confused. That's one prince we don't want to deal with. Oh my God. All right, you're I'm not putting you in with the other Disney adults. You're separate.
I don't know, I get pretty crazy sometimes. Like during a fireworks show, you might see a tear or two. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I do love it. I do.
See, yeah, it's about your inner child. You know, you're just like, did you feel like you didn't get to experience these things when you were little?
Oh no, my family went to Disneyland all the time. I think it was just, again, like I've talked about that quite a bit, but like my family was like not the best growing up. Like it was definitely a broken home. And my dad, I think, tried to fix the fact that my mom was very controlling and a little neurotic, and my dad wasn't really there fully. Like he was really focused on work, or my dad was like, he straight up had a whole other girlfriends while like still married to my mom. And I think he was like trying to make up for everything going on by like taking us on trips and buying us stuff. And so I think that's why like I love Disney. I love the movies that my dad showed me as a kid. Like I love these things because they kind of remind me of like a time in my childhood where like things weren't chaotic. Like Halloween was like the one time my mom and my dad weren't fighting. Because my mom was so busy like decorating the house, because my mom was obsessed with Halloween that she didn't have time to yell at us. Aww. But then Christmas is like my least favorite holiday because my parents always fought on Christmas.
Because Christmas is more about families, and Halloween is just like you don't have to have a good family to have a good Halloween.
Well, yeah, my mom's a perfectionist, so if like Christmas wasn't going how she wanted, like she would melt down. And with Halloween, no one else touched Halloween the way she did, so we just kind of let her have it. So she could just like play around and do whatever. But because my dad had his own thing going on, like, yeah. So Christmas is sometimes really hard for me. But
are they divorced?
My parents still aren't divorced, and it's really frustrating. They're separated, but like I'm like almost 30, and I'm like, y'all can get divorced now. Like staying together for the kids is not an excuse anymore. This is just weird at this point. Yeah, I think my mom just refuses to divorce my dad because she's afraid that my dad will like run off and marry his gold digger girlfriend, which she's not completely wrong. But yeah, my family's all kinds of messed up. So when I got married, a huge factor for me to find a husband was basically find a husband that not only had a really healthy and nice family, but a family that just liked me and like kind of took me in. And like my mother-in-law is wonderful. She is She's awesome. She's really great. I really like her a lot.
I love that. See, it all worked out. That's so sweet. You're doing good, Ashton. You're doing great. Yes, the people want to know where they can find you and what's coming up and where they can follow you and what's coming up for your YouTube channel.
A lot of like movie reviews. I was gonna do mainly horror, but I also really like the 80s. So if like things like The Goonies and Jurassic Park is 90s, but that too. Back to the Future is one of my favorite films. So yeah, just if you want to find me at different conventions, I'm gonna be posting convention dates on my Twitter/X. I'm gonna be posting a lot more to I almost said the other
Two OnlyFans.
Two OnlyFans. I'm be posting a lot more on YouTube. I'm also trying to go live a lot more on Twitch and Kick as well. So if you like watching me scream because I'm being terrified, I do like to play a lot of spooky video games where things jump out and terrify me. Jump scares are the one thing that get me every time.
Have you done what's that one? The Outlook one where you're like a park ranger. It's like an overlook. Shit, what's it called?
I was gonna say Phasmophobia, but I don't think that's it.
No, chat. Tell me what is it? What am
Phasmophobia is the main one I've been playing.
I tried playing it. It was so scary. Something Overlook.
Overlook. No. I'm thinking Overlook Hotel because of The Shining, but
no, it was so scary. It was.
By the way, did you notice my carpet? Can you even see my carpet?
I can't. I thought that was only for OnlyFans.
No. Did you see my carpet? I got the Overlook carpet. Oh, you can't even see it.
No, I can't. I cannot see it.
I got a special rug just based off the Overlook Hotel carpet. Hold on, I'll try to find it.
What the hell is it called? Overlook something. Outpost. Come on, Chad, help me out here. I played it months ago. Fears to Fathom. Thank you, Charlie. Fears to Fathom, and there's different games you can play, and there's someone chasing you, trying to kill you, basically, the whole time.
What? Fears to
so
Fathom.
Scary. It's Fears to Fathom. So freaking scary. Then one of the games, you're in a house, you're trying to like outrun a murderer. It's like you're basically just trying to outrun murderers the whole time. And then
that sounds like shoot. Gosh, what is that? That sounds like what's that video game where my husband tried to get me into it and I didn't like it because I kept dying. I died all my video games, so I'm not good at video games.
Goose Game is also really good. I highly recommend Untitled Goose Game.
What's the game I'm thinking of? I definitely own it. I played
Outlast?
Unpossessed. There was Unpossessed, and that terrified the hell out of me. I was screaming on my Twitch about that. Ooh, what is it? I played Demonologist, which is basically the same as Phasmophobia. Dead by Daylight is what I'm thinking of.
I've played that.
I love Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I wonder if we could do a gaming stream together. What would be easier?
Yeah.
To do a gaming stream or a movie watch together?
We could do both.
Okay.
A movie watch will be harder because of like,
And Five Nights at Freddy's. Have you tried that one?
I have tried that one. Actually, it's one that doesn't scare me as much, but I do like it.
It's annoying and repetitive.
I think it's cool because the reactions are what make it cool.
Mm-hmm. I do play a lot of horror games for not liking being scared.
I don't like being scared either, though. So, like, explain why I have all this stuff.
Oh,
I think I like the kitsch. I like kitsch Halloween. Like,
yeah, it's
Killer
quirky.
Clowns from Outer Space is like one of my favorite movies, and like I love my favorite Halloween movie is Halloween 3, which is not the most favorable Halloween movie because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, but I like it the most.
I'm gonna have to watch that. Mm-hmm. Now I'm in a Halloween mood now.
Okay. It's Summerween.
Summerween.
Someone suggested Cuphead, and I hate that game. It's not scary, but it's so aggravating.
It's so my stepson beat it. He's really good. He can speed run it. He's really impressive. So maybe he can give you some pointers. Okay. Yes, guys, this was so fun. Ashton, I always love catching up with you. Guys, tune in tomorrow, Thursday. We will have the one and only Gino Bisconti live in studio to do Nightmare. And then, of course, Friday Night Tights. on Friday, and then we'll have another guest in studio for Saturday. And if you're not following Ashton, I don't know what's wrong with you. She's not a Disney adult. She's a Disney enthusiast.
Maybe I should do Disney like vlogs. I did want to do Disney vlogs for a while, and like I don't know, maybe show people the other side of like Disney.
Yes, and you should stalk and comment and shit on actual Disney adults.
I don't like shitting on anybody except politicians.
Okay.
Listen, if I'm not living under their boots, then I'm just gonna like let live and let live. You know.
Go to Disney and try to find that dude who dresses up like a woman and who goes into the bathrooms.
Oh! You mean
Lily?
Gosh, I know who you're talking about. Lily Tino.
Ugh, yeah.
The trans community hates her.
Gross.
Nobody likes her. She's awful. She's terrible.
She's like actually a creep.
No.
Okay, cool. We have to do a gaming stream soon. We're gonna work on it. Thank you, Ashton. You're an absolute delight. Thank you, chat. You guys are the best. And we'll see everybody tomorrow night with Gino Bisconti. Bye.
Bye.